Good luck.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Santa Monica College ile ABD'nin en iyi üniversitelerine transfer imkanları ve ekonomik eğitim fırsatlarını Deniz ve Aynura'dan dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Deniz, the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. We are speaking to you from Santa Monica College, and as you see on the screen, our tagline is "Go where the world goes." And that's because we have so many students from all over the world who come to Santa Monica College to study. Even now during the pandemic, we have students from over 100 countries who are studying with Santa Monica College. And we're going to talk about why there's so much enthusiasm and excitement for Santa Monica this evening. My name is Denise Kinsella. I'm Associate Dean of International Education at Santa Monica College. And with me this evening, I have one of our students, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Aynura, and I'm an international student from Kazakhstan, and I'm also work as a peer mentor at International Education Center. It's my last year at SMC. I'm finishing this summer, and my major is art and graphic design. And I really hope you enjoy this presentation and learn a little bit more about our college.
Thank you. So Santa Monica College is a community college, and you can see what that means on the screen here. Students start at the high school level, and then they can continue on either to community college or directly into university. But the community college is offering the same courses in the first 2 years as the university does. If you start at university, then you would just continue on for your second 2 years. If you take your first 2 years at community college, then you would transfer into university. And once you graduate university, you have the choice to go on for your master's and PhD degree as well. So we'll cover why people might want to start at community college rather than university. One reason to keep community colleges in mind as an option is that universities like UCLA have to limit the number of international students that they admit as freshmen each year. However, there's no limit to the number of international students that can be accepted as transfer students. And I'll talk a little bit later on about reasons why community college is the first choice for many of our students.
But first of all, let's start from where in the world is Santa Monica College. SMC is located in the United States, in the state of California, west of Los Angeles County. The SMC's main campus is about 2 miles from the Pacific Ocean and beautiful beaches. And our location in Los Angeles County gives you prime access to internships and informational field trips in locations such as JPL for engineering, Cedars-Sinai plus UCLA Medical Center for medical professions, Silicon Beach for computer science, interaction design, the Port of Los Angeles for import and export, plus global trade and logistics, the LA Fashion District for fashion merchandising, Hollywood plus Entertainment District for film production, animation, production design, and the LA Financial District for management and business.
During the Safer at Home period, Santa Monica College is offering our full complement of classes through safe remote modalities. Most of our classes this spring semester are being offered on a flexible time frame, allowing our students to participate at times that are convenient for them. They log in to watch videotaped lectures, and they communicate with their instructors and classmates through online platforms set up in the student portal. Other classes are offered on a scheduled time frame, allowing them to log in and participate in a live lecture over Zoom, Google, or another platform. For those students who want to get a student visa and travel to the US to study closer to campus, we are offering a hybrid course that's primarily taught online, but will also require at least one check-in on campus. And this hybrid option is going to help our students and has been helping our students get approved for their student visas. We will continue teaching remotely for the summer session, but for the fall, although many of our classes will continue to be offered remotely and students will be able to study full-time remotely, we're also offering a significant number of our classes on ground for the fall semester for those students who are ready to come back and study in person. We don't have a list yet of which classes will be offered on ground, but we will have within the next couple of weeks, and that information will be shared on our website. So please follow up with us there. While most of our classes are offered online only temporarily, Santa Monica College does have several degrees that can be completed completely online. If studying from home is the best option for you, Santa Monica College will be there to help you meet your academic goals. Completing a semester or a full associate's degree online can be more affordable for some students and might make it easier to obtain a student visa for study in the US in the future. SMC's online courses are worth the same credit as our in-person courses. There's no difference at all on the transcript between courses taught online or those taught in person. So if you're showing your transcript to a university that you want to transfer to or to a potential employer, they will not know the difference between classes that you took online and those that you took in person. In addition to the associate degrees on the screen, SMC offers online associate degrees for transfer, online certificates, and general education courses to meet graduation and transfer requirements. Our online support services are available even when we offer in-person instruction. So on your screen now, you see the Canvas portal. Many of our classes, I would say most of our classes, are being offered through Canvas. And the Canvas dashboard that you see here lists all of your online classes. Over on the right-hand side, you see a handy to-do list that's automatically populated by your professor with your assignments and upcoming exams, so you'll never lose track of those. Let's take a look inside one of these classes. So this is inside the accounting class, and the Canvas platform is organizing your class information all in one place. You'll find the class syllabus and assignments, videos, texts, and other resources within the class portal here. You can communicate with your professor and classmates right here in the portal. So this is just like your classroom. It's your virtual classroom.
Students who are planning for a successful future choose Santa Monica College for so many reasons. But let's take a look at the top 5 reasons that students have told us about why they are so excited to study at SMC. And let's start from the reason number 5. It's distinguished faculty who believe in you. Our distinguished faculty at Santa Monica College Santa Monica College academic excellence is driven by nearly 1,400 professors and instructors with distinguished credentials representing the best in their fields. They include award-winning authors, filmmakers, scientists, and other well-known in their fields. They teach at SMC because they believe in the power of the student-teacher connection and in your ability to fulfill your dreams and make a difference. In the last 2 years alone, SMC has hired professors who are graduates of institutions like the Ivy League schools, Brown and Cornell University, UCLA, and other prestigious universities. At university, many undergraduate classes are taught by graduate students, assistants under the guidance of a professor. But at SMC, all of their classes are taught directly by the professor. Also, many SMC part-time instructors also teach at universities like UCLA and USC. So our students get a world-class education in a much smaller classroom setting.
And moving up the list, reason number 4 that students choose SMC is because of our large network of counselors. We have the largest network of counselors in the state of California. Counselors over 55 offices and programs at SMC are there to help you get to your goal of transfer or a career as soon as possible. Our alumni often tell us regularly that their experience at SMC actually exceeded their academic experience at places like UC Berkeley, Columbia University, and other top universities. And the reason for that is because of the hands-on support at SMC. They did not receive that same level of support at the university when they transferred.
Reason number 3, the breadth of choices at SMC is mind-blowing. From liberal arts to sciences, accounting to film production, SMC's career and transfer-oriented programs rival the nation's best universities. New courses are constantly added and being developed, including career-focused programs developed with direct input from industry advisors. Just in the past 10 years, SMC faculty crafted over 300 new courses in 58 subject areas so that our students receive cutting-edge, relevant instruction and learning opportunities. And if you're undecided, you can begin with the foundational liberal arts curriculum, and SMC's International Education Counselors will help you find and enter the major that's right for you. And the majors on this slide show some of the programs that are most popular with our international students right now. And you can see there's like business, marketing, international business, accounting, film production, liberal arts, computer science, interior architectural design, general science like medicine, engineering, chemistry, physics, mathematics, environmental studies, fashion design and merchandising, and theater arts. And in addition to our regular academic programs, Santa Monica College offers a number of programs for special student populations. Our intensive English program has no English proficiency requirement, and the course helps you improve your English, and so you can enter the classes, the regular classes. The package programs are 1 or 2 semester programs that offer guaranteed classes. Students who complete the business and sports and nutrition package programs earn a certificate and may apply for an internship. The Scholars Program is for you if you are a highly motivated student who wants an intensive curriculum and to prepare you for transfer. Scholar students get priority transfer consideration to top universities such as UCLA, UC Irvine, and Loyola Marymount University.
Reason number 2 that students choose Santa Monica College is because we offer you an affordable world-class education. In the 2+2 system available in the US that you remember from the beginning of the presentation, SMC offers the same lower division courses as the UC system, California State University, and other 4-year campuses. These lower division courses at SMC count towards your bachelor's program at only a fraction of the cost. Students who start at SMC save tens of thousands of dollars while benefiting from rigorous smaller classes, personalized counseling, and great professors whose focus is teaching. Transfer students from community college are the group most likely to actually graduate from university. So not only is SMC much more financially viable, it will increase your likelihood of succeeding at a university when you are ready to transfer. As you can see, the cost to attend SMC is very affordable. Tuition is just about $9,000 per year. And we compare that to tuition at places like UCLA, where the tuition cost is over $60,000 a year. That's going to save you $50,000 a year. The overall cost, including living expenses, is just under $29,000 total. So again, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars and getting a better education than you would if you started at university. Scholarships are available to students who have enrolled and have completed at least 1 semester. Scholarship awards are based on various criteria, including your academic performance at SMC, your club involvement, and involvement in other aspects of the campus community. International students at SMC have the opportunity to participate in internships in your major field of study, both during your studies up to 20 hours a week and after you've completed certain certificates, after earning an associate degree, and after completing the Bachelor in Interaction Design degree. And you'll remember, again, from the beginning of the presentation, we talked about our location so close to many top level industries, and this is where our students are finding those internships. There are such a variety of internship opportunities available in the Santa Monica area. And while most community colleges do support international student internships after graduation, many do not support internships during studies. So this is one reason that students choose SMC over other community colleges. Students who participate in an internship not only gain valuable experience that will help you in transferring to university or in applying for jobs, but also helps you determine whether your chosen field is a good fit for you. If not, our counselors can help you fine-tune your career goals to find a better fit. One student that comes to mind studied journalism for 4 years, graduated, got a job at the San Francisco Chronicle, I believe, and hated it. He did not like the life of being an active journalist, but he still really liked writing and reading and the English language. And so he went back and got his master's degree in English literature, and he became a high school teacher, and that's what he does today, and he's much happier. Students who complete internships and have these opportunities to work before graduating have a much better understanding of what they want to focus on when they return to the classroom to continue their studies.
And finally, there's a number one. SMC is number one in transfers for 30 years. About 800 international students each year transfer to university. This slide shows some of our most notable recent transfer statistics, like we're number one to University of California, USC, and Loyola Marymount University, and number one to Ivy League Columbia University, west of the Mississippi River. And if you start at SMC, you have a greater likelihood of succeeding when you transfer to the university of your choice for the final 2 of your 2+2 education. And transfer agreements with schools such as UC Irvine, Cal State Northridge, and the American University in Paris make transfer easy for our qualified students. And one reason that our students are so successful when they transfer is the classroom experience they receive at SMC. If you headed straight to university, class sizes are large. Lectures are often for a few hundred to over 1,000 people. At SMC, the classes are relatively small. It's 18 to 25 students. Also, in a university, until you get to your senior year or year 4, grading of papers and feedback is often given by graduate students, not professors. But at SMC, all the work is done by professors. At SMC, you'll also have access to research labs and facilities that at the university you generally have to wait to access until your senior year. And also, tutoring and support services for our students is completely free. We want to make sure that all of our students are successful, so we provide the help you need both in and outside of the classroom to have a positive experience. And on the slide, you can see all the services that are free for every student.
With our resources and outstanding academic reputation, Santa Monica College has attracted the largest international population of any community college in California. And our top 5 student populations currently come from China, South Korea, Japan, Sweden, and Indonesia. But as I mentioned earlier, we have students from over 100 countries studying with SMC right now. Our transfer numbers speak for themselves. Students from Santa Monica College transfer to some of the best universities in the state and in the country.
And not only does Santa Monica College provide you with stellar academic opportunities, we also have one of the most active student life programs of any community colleges in the country. Students are able to form friendship and explore personal interests in special interest clubs and extracurricular activities on campus. Many of our students are particularly interested in the engineering club, soccer club, film club, or international student forum. And also, I feel like there's a lot of students who love cheerleading club, which you can see on the right corner. And I was part of the cheerleading club, actually, and I really, really enjoyed it. I've made so many friends, and I had the best experience ever. And if you really like looking for an American experience, that's the best place to have it. And also special events on campus such as live music, career fairs, environmental fairs, free lectures, films, and cultural events round out the social life on campus. And while the campus is closed, clubs are meeting remotely, and there are online activities as well, including dance performances, lectures, and hangouts. The International Education Center sponsors two major events, which are open house and mingles. On Tuesdays, we have an open house, which is an unstructured hangout, where students meet to talk about whatever they have on their minds. So it's just unofficial gathering where students just can talk about anything, share their experience, their concerns, anything. And on Fridays, we have a planned presentation and conversation topic, and we usually have some games. And each month, we have game night, which is usually after mingle. It's really fun. And you also welcome to join these events even before you start, become a student. So follow us on Instagram to receive the links to these events, and I'll type it on the chat.
Thank you. And Ainora, what's the topic today?
Today, one of our guest speakers is gonna present Indonesia. He is a student as well, yeah. He attended a lot of meetings, and now he will be presenting his country.
Oh, that's great. That'll be really interesting. Yeah. So maybe some of you can join us. If it's not, well, it's probably the middle of the night for you. But if you're up in the middle of the night, come join us. I just changed the slide, Ainora.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, even though classes are remote, there are a number of ways you can still explore the best of what California has to offer. SMC's location gives you great access to the nearby beaches, water sports, hiking, and beautiful views, and the diversity of restaurants that remain open with social distancing safety measures in place to maintain COVID guidelines.
Santa Monica College is located in a really exciting town and also in a residential neighborhood, so housing is easy to arrange. Most of our students do live in apartments with other students. Some of them rent rooms from local families who help introduce them to the community as well. Our housing coordinator, Teresa, can help students select the option that is best suited for you. You can get around Santa Monica and West Los Angeles very easily. There are dedicated bike paths throughout the city and along the coast, making biking a safe and affordable option. Students are able to ride the Big Blue Bus for free with their SMC ID card, and you can also take the Metro Light Rail train to downtown Los Angeles. There's a lot of music and sporting events down there, and you can also go shopping down there as well.
So how to get admitted at Santa Monica College? The application process is very easy and completely online. All you have to do is just go to our website, apply there, and upload all your support documents. No need to mail anything. And then each applicant is assigned to one of our personal admission coaches who will answer all of your questions and guide you through the application process. Okay, I hope this brief introduction to Santa Monica College's programs and services has been valuable for you, and we are the right destination for students who want to transfer to university, as well as for students who want a shorter study program to sharpen their professional skills. Please contact us anytime if you have any questions about Santa Monica College, and if you have questions right now, please put them in the questions chat, and we'll try to answer them.
Yeah, so this is our main contact email, the inteled@smc.edu. If you send an email here, it will be forwarded to the expert in our office who can best answer your question. Down here is our Instagram handle at @smc_international. And again, we do post the links to our events, our virtual events there. And you can also grab a screenshot of this slide. This shows you our open house link. Every Tuesday at 11:15, we have that open house that's unstructured. And then every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, California time, we have our mingle, and here's the link for that. I also want to encourage you to join one of our guided campus tours. This is a virtual event, so you can hop online with our tour guides, and they'll take you around campus, show you what the beautiful campus looks like, talk about the different activities that take place in the buildings and on campus. And our tour guides are students. Generally, the tour is led by an international student and a domestic student together, so they can share their student experiences and answer your questions as well. These tours are offered many different times throughout the week, so hopefully there's a time that's convenient for you. You can just go to this link and register for one of the tours and join our tour guides. In fact, Ainura is one of our tour guides.
Yeah. And I think today we have one tour, which I'm going to present.
Is it at 4 o'clock California time?
It's 1.
1 o'clock. Oh, I have to get the link. I want to join. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing so that I can hopefully see the questions.
Okay, do you want me to read your questions?
Yes, please.
Okay, first one. It is one of my dreams to study at a college such as Santa Monica. I'm a low-income student. What are the chances for international students to get financial aid?
The financial aid program at the college, unfortunately, is only available for domestic students. So you would need to search for scholarships. There are international scholarships out there at places like the International Rotary Club. The British Council offers scholarships. I think you just need to do some searching both in your community and online for international scholarships. Once you're a student at Santa Monica College, there are, I mentioned earlier, there are scholarships available, but I have to say these are fairly small. I mean, they help to cover the cost of textbooks, but they wouldn't pay for everything. So you would need to find some other means of funding.
Thank you. Second question, is it very important our high GPA for application?
No, actually, that's one of the advantages of community college. We have classes at all levels. So we have like the scholars classes that Ainura mentioned for some of our students who did really well in high school, but we know that's not true for everyone. Some people were average students and other people really struggled and need some help to catch up. So we do have basic skills classes in English, in science, in mathematics that can help you strengthen your skills so that you can have a more successful experience in some of the standard college classes.
Thank you. I don't know any English, but my school average is fine. Would it be a problem for Santa Monica College?
Santa Monica College has an intensive English program, so if you don't have strong English skills yet, then I would suggest that you join the intensive English program first and then transfer on to the academic program. Students who join the intensive English program spend anywhere from 6 months to a year. Some people spend a really short amount of time if they already have really strong skills when they come. But for someone whose skills are lower, probably 1 semester or 2 semesters is average time before students transfer into the academic program.
Okay, and kind of same question, what level of language should be for Santa Monica College?
So you would need a TOEFL score of 45, an ITEP score of 3, an IELTS score of 5. We have a lot of different tests that we accept, so take a look at your application and you'll see the list of all the different tests, English tests that we accept. I would say an intermediate level of English is required to enter as an academic student, and there is no English requirement at all to enter as an intensive English program student.
Can I get information about accommodation and fees?
Yeah, I think we shared that in the presentation. So accommodations are provided in the community. We have a counselor, Teresa, on our staff who helps students find housing, but you would find housing most of our students find apartments to share with one another. Others choose a host family option. And there's information about how to find apartments, apartment complexes in the area, and host family companies all on our website that I think would be very helpful for you. And then the fees are also listed on our website. The tuition fees per year are just over $9,000. I think it's $9,048 for 12 units for 2 semesters. And then the entire cost, including your living expenses, is about $28,775 per year.
Can we transfer all credits to a university after graduation, or we can transfer some of most of credits?
I would say you could probably transfer most of your credits. It really depends on the classes that you take. We strongly encourage you to meet with our academic counselors at the beginning of every semester to ensure that the classes that you choose will transfer onto university. Here in the United States, the university system is quite different than I think it is in many other countries. We don't have a centralized Ministry of Education, so every university decides for themselves what their admissions requirements are going to be and also what credit they will accept. So a class that somebody takes at Santa Monica College that's accepted at UCLA might not be accepted at USC. So we want to be careful about that, and that's some place where the counselors are really, really helpful. If you tell them what universities you're interested in applying to, they're going to try to select the classes that are accepted at the broadest range of universities for you.
And I think, as far as I remember, the maximum credits that can be transferred is like 70, I think, to university.
To the university? Yeah, I think there's a limit.
Mm-hmm. How many course credits do we get per term?
You have to take at least 12 units. Some students take more. In order to graduate in 2 years without taking any summer or winter courses, you would need to take 15 units per term. So I would say most students take between 12 and 15. Sometimes some students take as many as 18 per semester. How many are you taking, Anura?
I'm taking 16 now.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Do you offer campus dorms?
Yeah, we don't have dormitories on campus, but again, we live right in a residential community. So there are apartment buildings that are within walking distance of the campus. There are a lot of single family homes in the community where people rent rooms out to students. So a lot of our students live within walking distance. Probably the majority of our students live along the bus lines and take the bus to campus.
Thank you. What is the fee and admission demands for computer engineering, and is the campus environment safety is okay?
The application fee is $75. So you pay a non-refundable $75 fee to apply. And then we've reviewed the fees a couple of times. So hopefully you caught that information, but it's also available on our website. The application process is the same for all of our degrees. There's no portfolio requirement for any of our programs. So whether you're coming for a general engineering or computer science or fashion design or theater arts or early childhood education, whatever you're coming for, the application process is the same. We ask you to fill out an application. We ask you to provide your high school transcripts, proof of English proficiency, proof of funding, and a copy of your passport. I believe that's everything. I hope I answered your question. What was the second part of that question?
Is the campus environment safety is okay?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty safe. We're in a small community, so it's not like a big city. I think anywhere in the world, you have to be cautious. But, you know, people are out in the community all the time. I would just say if you're out in the evening, we encourage people to be in groups or walk in pairs. But it's a nice, quiet, safe, upper class community for the most part. How do you feel about that, Ainora? Do you feel like it's safe?
Yeah, I feel pretty safe in Santa Monica. I think it's much safer than like downtown LA, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a really nice area.
We also are lucky to have our own police department on campus, and our police are there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So even on major holidays, we have police on campus, and they're there to help. They're really friendly, and they're there to answer questions that students have. If you have a late night class and you want an escort to your car, to the bus, they have people who can escort you so that you don't have to walk alone late at night. But yeah, it's really safe, and they make a big effort to make it a very comfortable environment for everyone.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Can we transfer to UCLA with 3.0 GPA?
UCLA is a highly competitive university. So many people want to get into that university, and the average GPA to get in is 3.8 to 4.0 or even higher. That's not to say that someone with a 3.0 could not get in, but you would have to have something else really special about you. You would have to have already shown a real talent in some other area to outweigh the lower GPA. It's hard for us to really comment, on what a university is going to do because we're not part of the university admission process. So I'm just speaking from our experience in helping students to transfer.
Next question. My English level and lecture grades are on a good level. Can I enter Santa Monica College?
We encourage you to fill out an application so that we can review and evaluate your particular credentials. But there is a place at SMC for almost every student. Again, because we have both basic skills classes all the way up to scholars classes for our really advanced students. There is support and like an appropriate study level for almost every applicant.
Is it guaranteed to transfer to university after graduation?
If you meet the university requirements, then yes, you would be able to transfer.
What are the other expenses, such as living expenses in Santa Monica?
Let me see if I can just go back to that page. I think we are having a lot of questions about costs. So it might be easier to just revisit that. All right, so these are the average costs to study at Santa Monica College. The non-resident tuition, $9,048, is based on 24 units. So some of our students, and so this would be 12 units in the spring and 12 units in the fall for a total of 24 units. Many of our students do take more than 12 units, like Ainura is taking 16 units, so her tuition costs are a little bit higher than this, but she's also getting more credit. The health fee is $42, and this is to use our health center on campus. This is a required fee. The student association fee is $39, and that helps to fund many of the activities that Ainura talked about that happen on campus, those lectures, those free films, and other events. The student ID card fee is $26, and with this ID card, you can ride the Big Blue Bus for free. You get discounts at local restaurants, at the movie theater, at some of the theme parks in the area. The student representation fee is $4. The health insurance policy is $2,040 per year. This is also a required expense so that you don't incur the very high cost of healthcare if you get sick or injured while you're here in the United States. Living expenses are estimated because everyone sets up their living in a different place. So some people are in apartments, some are in houses. Some of the apartments are close to the ocean, like with ocean views, it's a lot more expensive than apartments that are inland. But the average for our students for room and board, which includes food, is about $1,300 per month. And personal expenses are about $324 per month. And then public transportation, about $147 per month. But a lot of students don't have any public transportation fees because they only use the Big Blue Bus, which, as we've said before, is free. So this is the average total, I would say minimum expense per year, about $28,755. So I hope that that's answered some of the questions that you have about fees and expenses. And if not, go ahead and type your follow-up questions into the chat and we'll do our best to answer those questions.
Thank you. What is the rank of Santa Monica College?
Yeah, I think we covered that. We can move on.
Is it also possible to transfer to Yale, Harvard, etc.?
Yes.
What is minimum GPA needed to get into these universities?
Yeah, we have students who transfer to all universities in the United States, including Yale, Harvard, Princeton, Brown, Vassar College, Ivy League colleges, Stanford College. These are very highly competitive institutions. They can get 100,000 applications a year and only admit a few hundred to 1,000 students. So the minimum GPA, I would say, is probably 3.8 to 4.5. But even people with 4.0, 4.2, 4.5 sometimes don't get into these universities. They look at more than just GPA. They're looking at, what are your interests? What are you going to contribute to the university community? It's very complicated, what's required to get into those institutions. And there is absolutely no guarantee that you're going to make it into a university like that because they are so competitive.
Okay, next question. Do you have a molecular biology and genetics department?
Molecular biology and genetics are high-level, like master's degree programs. Molecular biology, I think you can study at the university as well. So Santa Monica College is offering the foundational courses for these programs. If this is what you want to study, then we encourage you to come and start in our general science classes, where we're going to teach you the basics, the foundational classes for science, so that when you transfer to university, you can get into one of these more niche programs.
Can international students get work permit during study?
Yes, you can. You can work on campus. Ainura is employed by our office, and you also have the opportunity, as we mentioned, for internships in the community, and many, I would say most of those are paid internships.
Yeah, and there's a lot of opportunities to work on campus. There's like cafeteria jobs. You can be even a side leader, like a TA of professor, and you can be a language tutor, a mathematics tutor, anything. There's a lot of opportunities.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And the last question, is it important to participate in social responsibility projects to join Santa Monica College?
No, we don't look for that sort of thing to join the college. We're an open access institution, which means it's pretty easy to get into Santa Monica College. And then our job is to help you prepare to get into more selective universities when you leave SMC and transfer on to university. So once you're on campus, I would really encourage you to find a program that highlights your passions, whether that's social responsibility or whether that's art or gaming or whatever it may be. I really encourage you to explore and really develop those interests that you may have while you're a student at Santa Monica College.
Thank you. I think it was the last one for now.
These have been great questions. Thank you so much for all of your questions, and thank you so much for being with us this evening. Any more questions? Okay, and it looks like our host, Zainab, has lost her internet connection. Zainab, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Perfect. So thank you very much, you guys. You covered all of the questions. It was a really great presentation.
Thank you.
Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Santa Monica College ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Yarınki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you again, you guys. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you so much, and we hope to see many of you on our campus tours as well. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, Ainora. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Bye.